Before we get started, here's a few highlights from today's game.
Swing and a miss. Harrison down on strikes, 2 away. 1-2 to Bell. Swings at a pitch up in the zone. Higashioka holds on to the tip.
452 hitter. He'll take the walk and the Nats are on top.
And the 0-2. Grounded to short. Torres gets Zimmerman. And
2 strikes. Up in the zone with 90. 6 in a row for Max on the strikeouts.
High fly ball. Deep left field. Schwarber back. He's on the track at the wall. See ya. Tie game.
Castro up the middle, base hit. Schwarber around third. Ball slowed down by the wet outfield.
2-1. Served into right field. That's going to be a base hit. That'll tie the game. Scoring is LeMahieu. Moving to second is Judge.
And Turner gets the bat on the ball. Lines out to Judge. Stevenson, great speed, coming home. The Nats are on top.
And now when he hits through the left side for a base hit, Frazier rounds third. He's coming home. He'll score. Strike 3. Castro down looking. A strong inning for Justin Wilson. Dribbled slowly. This could win the game. Here comes LeMahieu, and the Yankees win.
Stick around for the post-game reaction, followed by an audience question and answer session. Don't forget to subscribe to the audio version of this podcast, The Freeze, by NYY Recaps. Before we get started, a quick word from our sponsor.
Support for NYY Recaps is brought to you by Manscaped, who are the world champions of below-the-waist grooming. Look, if you're using the same razor for your face that you're using on your bollocks, you're doing it wrong. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code NYY Recaps at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code NYY Recaps. Your bulls will thank you. Hey, nothing like a extra inning ball game after a 2-hour and 22-minute rain delay, but the Yankees pulled this one off 4-3 in 11 innings. I'm going to go through my notes real quick, but first, we got to see Max Scherzer today, and I feel like Max Scherzer is somebody that the Yankees fans have on their radar. A good antecedent to Scherzer and his situation would be Justin Verlander a few years back when the Astros traded for him at the end of his career, but he revived it, but he got much better. He helped lead them to a World Series. I think that Max Scherzer's contract is almost up, and if the Nats are out of it, they could consider moving him. So the Yankees should keep an eye on that. I don't know how much that would put them over the payroll. I don't think it's going to happen, but after today, I sure as hell endorse it happening. Whoever you got a deal other than Jason Dominguez. And my mic just fell real quick. Hang on just a second. Oh, yeah. All right. Sorry about that. All right, so let's go through the notes from today's game. Yankees go down quietly on 10 pitches in the first. Nats go down quietly on 14 pitches. Top of the second, Yankees turn another 3-6-3 double play. Look really good. Their defense has been turning a ton of double plays lately. Bottom of the second, Scherzer K's the side, 5 straight K's at that point. He would get 6 straight. Top of the third, bloop single, and then a bunt. But no one covers first base, and then there's a bases-loaded walk to Juan Soto. Honestly, I was okay with it. Generally, I hate a bases-loaded walk, but when you're talking about Juan Soto, who kills the Yankees and who is basically just their most dangerous hitter, I'd rather it be 1-0 than 4-0. Bottom of the third, Higgy ends the streak at 6 strikeouts with a 1-out home run to left. And I got into a little Twitter spat with somebody who, is still staunchly defending Gary Sanchez, even though Higashioka is proving day after day that he's not a fluke, that he's a good player. He's not going to hit 350, but he'll hit 250, and he'll run into the occasional home run like he did today, off a good pitcher. That was a brand name pitcher he got. Let's see. So, top of the fourth, Nats don't score. Kluber was getting tons of movement on his pitches, had a really good day. Bottom of the fourth, the Yankees go quietly, 10 strikeouts through 4 for Max Scherzer. Top of the fifth, easy fifth for Kluber. He's got 84 pitches through 5 innings, so he was, working pretty efficiently, but he wouldn't make it much longer. Bottom of the fifth, Yankees go quietly again. Top of the sixth, Starlin Castro puts the Nats ahead with a base hit. Ex-Yankee coming back to bite him. He was actually part of the Giancarlo Stanton trade. Kluber exits after 5 2/3, allowed 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and 3 walks. So solid day for Corey Kluber. His ERA sits at, I believe, 3.06. And then, let's see. Bottom of the sixth, Yankees go quietly. Chad Green comes in to pitch a scoreless top of the seventh. Actually, he came in the sixth, but pitches a scoreless top of the seventh. Bottom of the seventh, Yankees go quietly again. 14 strikeouts and just 1 walk from Max Scherzer. Top of the eighth, scoreless inning for Lucas Litke. And I'm going to get into him on probably Tuesday's Game Day show because the metrics on Lucas Litke show him to have elite stuff. Now that we have some StatCast data, it kind of defends a lot of the Yankees, move of keeping with him, keep sticking with, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. The Yankees kept him because his stuff internally looked really good, and now that we can see the data, we can see why. Bottom of the eighth, Scherzer out after 7 1/3. Top of the ninth, Nats go quietly. Bottom of the ninth, DJ walks. Stanton hits a rocket to third. Judge hits a little bloop single over the first baseman. By the way, Judge, I think, needs to bring back the gap. He has not been hitting well lately. Look, what's intimidating about a guy with a perfect smile? There's nothing scary about somebody with a perfect smile. I mean, Ted Bundy, maybe. But Glaber gets an RBI to right field to tie it up, and then Frazier gets jammed to end the inning. But we're tied at 2, go to extra innings. Nats get a sac fly. After the runner, I guess you want to say ghost runner, but the automatic runner at second base moves over to third, and then they get a sac fly off of Aroldis Chapman, who I didn't think had his great stuff today. I mean, he was throwing hard, but hitting some bats with 2 strikes. Ford picks up an RBI single through the left side to make it 3-3, and then Gleyber Torres with the walk-off infield single. In the bottom of the 11th, Yankees win this one. Ball game over.
Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Screwing with my mic here. I've got this this microphone stand in. It's like it's coming off. Sorry about this, guys. I'll just hold it up for the time being. Anyway, Yankees win this one, and tomorrow is a rubber game. That means the winner takes the series, and then there's a day off, and then the Yankees play in Tampa Bay. So that will be a crucial series. You'd like to get the win tomorrow, go into the off day feeling good. So Douglas Rouse says, clearly you've never competed with a guy with a perfect smile in a bar. Yeah, I don't have a great smile either, my friend. Let's see. Danny Corner says, Davy Garcia and Oswald Peraza for Luis Castillo. I don't know. Honestly, I like the Scherzer. Like, I'm fully endorsing the Scherzer move after watching him today. He's got that great changeup. The Yankees have been huge on changeups this year. Everybody's throwing a changeup. Corey Kluber's throwing a changeup. Loizaga with his changeup. Even Garrett Cole throwing the changeup a lot more. And Max Scherzer's already got that pitch, and he gets a ton of sink on it. He's just a beast out there. He throws hard, but he's a guy who's he's out there to just crush you. There's something about him. He's almost like a cartoon character. He's, I don't know. He's just like the perfect pitcher to me. He's got that edge that I like my pitchers to have. And so I'm really looking forward to him possibly being on the market, because that's going to be a fun couple of weeks of podcasting while we talk about trade rumors. Honestly, I would go anybody in the Yankee system except for Jason Dominguez as the main part of the package. I would probably trade Clint Frazier if they wanted him. I would deal Estevan Florial if they wanted him. Anyway, yeah, I agree with Lori C. Screw the budget, go get Max. I agree with that. And we're going to go with the Dono hype. Pamela Davis says the Yankees take too many pitches. That's actually by design, Pamela, because they want to try and get a good pitch to hit, right? Those guys are up there hunting a specific pitch in their zone most of the time. And so they take anything that's not in that zone, right? They just want to give themselves the best opportunity to drive the baseball in their happy zone. So why swing if it's not there? Frank Zabedza says, is it not nice that we won a game without a home run? I would refer you to Kyle Higashioka's home run, solo home run, number 5, off of Max Scherzer. Sprinting Water says, Florial has been so hot to start the Double-A season. Yes, through 4 games, he's got 3 home runs. He's been red hot. Also, Luke Voigt hit another home run today down in Triple-A, so he's turning it on. He's looking good. So I'm liking the way that, our guys in the minors are performing. Let's get some of those bats up here in the majors. Gregory Van Goku says, could you imagine Cole, Scherzer, and Kluber? I was talking about this earlier. I would need to visit the doctor 4 hours after that trade happened. For sure. If you watch the commercials, you know what I mean. THG says, Higgy Goat. Higgy was great today. He works really well with the pitchers, too. And look, I'm not a Gary Sanchez hater. I'm just a realist. I've seen a lot of guys come and go that I liked. I was Phil Hughes' number one fan. Number one fan. In 2008, when he was 0-4 with a 6 or an 8 ERA, something like that, I was still defending him. Then he comes out and he goes 10-1 to begin the 2010 season, I think. And I'm thinking, we finally got our Cy Young. And then he just fell apart with the Yankees. Sometimes the players that we love don't end up working out. And I don't think that Gary Sanchez is going to be a long-term solution for the Yankees at catcher. I think Kyle Higashioka will hold them over until somebody like Austin Wells, Anthony Siegler possibly, can come up. And Douglas Rouse says, don't forget Luis Severino. Louis. Yes, I'm already planning the intro for the day he comes back. I don't want to spoil it, but it's really funny. I just got to figure out how I want to do it. And it's going to be really good. I just got to figure out how to technically and physically do it. But the other day I was actually in the shower, and it just popped in my head because that song was playing on my Alexa. So, oh, shoot, I said her name, and now she's going to talk. Anyway, that song, and I was like, oh, man, I know exactly what I'm going to do for the intro, but I just got to figure out how to do it. Aries Lightworker says, when is Voigt coming back? It's looking like he's going to come back next week. I think we might see him on Tuesday in Tampa Bay. Although they may hold him out an extra couple of days because I don't know if they want him playing on that Tampa Bay turf. They might try and hold him out until the final game of the series or on into, it's either Baltimore or Texas next. But you will see him on the road trip. Danny Corner is wrong. He says Sevy is done for 2021. Sevy they're saying he's going to be back in July. And guys come back strong from Tommy John surgery all the time. So let's put away all the doom and gloom for right now. Nick Hartung says, this is the kind of win that brings the team together. Yes, walk-off wins are always awesome for team chemistry. And if I mentioned this a couple of days ago, that in 2009, when the Yankees went on that run, it all began with a series of walk-offs against the Minnesota Twins. You could argue that it was actually, they were slumping, they were playing bad, and Francisco Cervelli hit a game-tying home run against the Braves, I think, in Atlanta. And then either shortly before or shortly after that, there was a series where the Yankees walked off the Twins 3 or 4 times in a row. And to me, that was the moment where the team developed their chemistry. It's not always there from the beginning of the season. In 2017, I would argue the Yankees didn't have an enormous amount of chemistry until Todd Frazier and Tommy Kahnle arrived. Remember the thumbs down thing? That really changed things. They didn't have any of that. One guy I miss is a guy we got to see today, and that's Starlin Castro. I always felt like he was a fun kind of spark plug personality for the team. Wouldn't surprise me if the Yankees picked him up at some point down the stretch too, as part of that Scherzer deal. If they're making a deal and you're trying to make everything work, and you have to deal somebody like a Tyler Wade, or you have to include an infielder, maybe even a Gleyber Torres. Maybe you go with Castro and then you re-sign, or you sign a free agent shortstop. It could happen. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just throwing out possibilities that are firing off in my neurons after a really good Yankees victory. Jack Smith says, why do the Yankees own Brad Hand? Well, Brad Hand's a lefty, and the Yankees are a very heavy right-handed lineup. And he's not a guy who has overwhelming stuff. I mean, he's got good stuff, but he's not Chapman. He's not a guy that where, it doesn't matter that he's facing right-handed hitters. And great right-handed hitters usually beat good left-handed pitchers. So I think that the fact that he's just a lefty and he was facing the best part of the Yankees lineup. Steven Hype says, when will Gio return, Derek? There we go. I think you're going to see Gio Urshela next week. I think you're going to see him on Tuesday or Wednesday. They might want to, same thing with Luke Voit, keep him off of that turf, that weird AstroTurf down there in, where is it, in Tampa Bay? It's been a long day, man. The 2-hour and 20-minute rain delay really threw off my day. And then I've been moving stuff around, trying to get my new desk set up. And obviously my microphone arm is not working well. So, hey, it is what it is. I need to go get another one. But I appreciate everybody joining today. Yankees win this one 4-3. Rubber game tomorrow. I'll see you next time.